Namaste children. Previously we learned how to simplify ratios of same unit and different unit. Okay. For same unit we can directly simplify, that is you can divide, cancel it out and then write the simplified version of that given ratio. Okay. And when you're solving ratios of different units, we had a conversion table, right? Kilometer, hectometer, decameter, and then meter, decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter. I told you when you are climbing up the stairs, we should divide, and when you are going down the stairs, we should multiply with the number of zeros. Each step will have 1 0 added. Okay. Now, shall we solve this sum? Look at the question. Out of 50 students in a class, 30 are boys. Find the ratio of, and they have listed out few questions. Okay. First, they are telling you the total number of students in the class is 50. In that, 30 are boys. So, only 30 students are boys. So, the remaining 20 are girls. Okay. This is the first thing to be found out. Clear? Now, look at the first subdivision. Find the ratio of number of boys to the number of girls. How many boys are there? 30 boys. And the number of girls. How many girls? There are 20 girls. Okay, shall we cancel out using 10 tables? So 3:2. This is the ratio of boys to girls in that class. Okay, children. Now second subdivision. Number of girls to the total number of students. How many girls are in the classroom? There are 20 girls. Okay, and the total number is, first they have told you, right? It is 50. Now you are going to cancel it out and write 2:5. This is the ratio of girls to the total strength. Clear? Same way, third subdivision. Number of boys to the total number of students. That means, first the number of boys count is 30. So you are writing 30. And then the total number of students is 50. Okay? It is 50. And then what we have to do? You are going to cancel it out. So the ratio will become 3:5. Clear, children? First, using the total, you are finding out how many boys and how many girls are there. And then whatever question is given, first if it is number of boys, you have to write the value of the boys. And then if the number of girls is mentioned in the second one, you have to mention the second term as the number of girls. And then you are going to simplify and write the answer. Clear, children? The next concept is equivalent ratio. To find an equivalent ratio, we have to multiply and divide with the same number. Okay. For example, look at this. Suppose 1/2 is here. I am going to multiply and divide with 2. So what will be the answer? 1 into 2 will give us 2 and 2 into 2 will give us 4. So I can say this 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2. Because if I cancel it again, the same number will be there. Okay. Just the value is going to be the same, but the numbers alone are going to be different. That is why we are going to substitute. Instead of this, we can use that. Okay, but it has the same value. Clear, children? Now, multiplying or dividing the numerator and denominator by a common number is called as a equivalent ratio. Look at the example given. I am going to convert this 2/7 to a equivalent number. Okay, equivalent ratio. So this 2/7 is multiplied and divided by 2. Okay, it is multiplied and divided by 2. So 2 into 2 will give us 4 and 7 into 2 will give us 14. Okay. Now look at the next example. 8/24 is given. Now I am going to cancel this using 4 tables. So 4 2s are 8 and 4 6 are 24. So the equivalent fraction is 2/6. Okay, 2/6 and 8/24 has the same value, but just the numbers are different. This is how equivalent ratio. The next concept is comparison of ratios. We are going to compare two ratios and tell which one is greater. Okay, first look at the example. In our textbook, they have given us how to make idli batter. Till now, only our mothers know that. So now you are going to learn how to make a idli batter. Shall we start? Now, first they are taking 1 cup of gram and then 4 cups of rice is taken and the idli batter is made in one example. Okay. In the next example, they are taking 1 cup of gram and then 3 cups of idli rice and making this idli batter. Okay. Now they are asking you which one is greater, 1 by 4 or 1 by 3. Which one is greater? You can directly divide and tell me the answer. But since we are dealing with ratios, we have to do some other thing, right? So first, previously we learned how to find equivalent ratio, right? Using that concept, we are going to make the denominators same. Only when the denominators are same, you can compare and tell which one is greater. For 1 by 4 and 1 by 3, we are going to take LCM. If we take LCM, it will be 12. Okay. So for 1 by 4, we have to multiply with 3 to make the denominator same. And for 1 by 3, we are going to multiply and divide with 4 in order to make the denominator same. So the answer will be 3 by 12 and 4 by 12. Now, is it easy to say which one is greater? 3 by 12 is the greater portion. So this one has the greater portion. Okay, clear? Look at this exercise sum. Complete the table. A set of values is given in feet and another set is given in inches. And we are going to find out this question marks. Okay. First, 1 feet is equal to 12 inches. So 1 feet is equal to 12 inches. Okay. And then 2 feet is equal to 24 inches. So same way, 3 feet will be equal to how much? 3 into 12. So 36. This one should be 36 inches. We are going to find for 1 feet 12. For 2 feet means you have to multiply this 12 with 2 and find out as 24. For 3 feet you have to multiply with 3 and then find out the answer for this box. Okay. And next they have given you the value in inches. So 72 inches means how many feet? How will you find that out? You have to continuously check how much will 4 feet be, 5 feet, and then 6 feet. And okay, you have to find like that. So let us solve. Now 4 feet is equal to, let me clear and do it again. So 4 feet means 4 into 12 will give us 48. So the 72 is not satisfied. So let us check with the next number. So 5 feet into 12 is equal to, it will give us 60. Okay, now let us check with 6 feet. It will give us 72. So when it is coming for 6 feet, the inches is 72. So the answer here is 6. Is it clear? This is how you have to tabulate and write the answer. Now the sixth sum. Divide the numbers given below in the required ratio. They are giving you one ratio and we are going to divide it. Let us solve the second subdivision. 27 in the ratio 4:5. We don't know the numbers, but using this ratio and the total number, we are going to split and find out. Since it is given 4:5, so the number 27 is being divided into 4 plus 5, 9 parts. Okay, one term is 4 and one term is 5. So totally we are dividing it into 9 equal parts. This 27 is divided like that. Okay. Now, then what we have to do? You have found out the equal parts now. After that, the number, the term divided by the total value into 27 will give you one number. So 27 into 4 by 9 will give you, you can cancel this and write it as 3. So 3 4s are 12. We are having this answer. And then 27 into 5. Another one term is 5. 5 by 9 into 27 will give us, again you are cancelling, and 3 into 5 will give us 15. So the number 27 is split up into 12 and 15. This is the 4 parts and this is 5 parts. You will do these 4 sums as homework. Okay, children? Thank you.